So is the crash over, or is this a dead cat bounce? Because majority of these coins are green right now. So are we headed in a up only phase of the bull market, or is this really just a dead cat bounce? That is a question that I'm going to answer in this video, but I want you guys to be completely honest with me in the comments section. How many of you bought crypto yesterday while the markets were extremely red and it looks like there was no hope left whatsoever, and it looked like your favorite altcoin was just going to crash down to zero? How many of you bought yesterday? And how many of you decided to buy today while the markets are rallying back up? I want to know the honest truth in the comment section. I am very curious how many of you bought in the red and how many of you bought in the green. Let me know down below. Now, before I get further on into this video, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC, 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000. No VPN, no KYC. Link will be down below in my description. Now, let's get into a couple things, all right? So, the market is still extremely unstable in my personal opinion, and that's because the tariffs is still going on. Matter of fact, things kind of got a little bit worse, because if we check out this news here, it says Trump raises Canadian steel and aluminum tariffs to 50% in retaliation for Ontario energy duties, unfortunately. So this is what we're seeing. Trump has said that he has ordered his administration to raise tariffs on Canadian steels and aluminum. Trump said he was imposing the latest tariffs in response to a decision by Ontario's government to slap a 25% tax on electricity exports to the US. So that obviously pissed Trump off, and he decided, hey, let's take things a little bit further and raise things another 25%. And that's what he's doing right now. But what's very interesting is the fact that Trump announced the additional 25% tariffs, but you take a look at the markets, and the markets is saying, we don't care anymore. We're kind of just doing our own thing because this tariffs war is going to continue on, and people don't know how long this thing is going to continue. So people said, you know what, screw it. I've had enough. I need to make some money. So I'm going to buy the dip, and whatever happens, happens. That's the way that it looks like right now. But could this just be a dead cat bounce, just trying to bait people into thinking that the market has begun to recover, and then all of a sudden it comes crashing down even more than it was before? Is that what's going on right now? No one actually knows. The only thing that you can do during times like these is to slowly do a DCA, because we never know when the market is going to recover. Nobody knows, right? This tariffs thing could be dragged on for an extended period of time, to the point where, you know, some people are going to make millions. That is 1000% a fact. Even though nothing in this video is financial advice, I can always be wrong, but I guarantee you guys that millionaires, multi-millionaires, is going to be made during times like these, because people are calling for a bear market. People are saying that it is completely over, and it was a very short altcoin season. But on the flip side, when the markets were rallying, they were saying you're never going to see these prices again. So you got to ask yourself, who do you believe? Do you believe the majority, who is known to be wrong majority of the time? When the bull market is going, everything's rallying. Oh, you're never going to see these prices again. Are you new to the market? These things are never going to come back down. It's going to go up forever. And then market come down. Hey, you know, the bull market was short. It's a wrap. We're entering into a bear market. Guys, majority of the time people are wrong. And I've been saying this for a very long time. Most people want to act like they know what they're talking about, but including myself, I don't know what I'm talking about. I can only go off of past experience. My experience in the market and other people's experience in the market, I combine them together, and then I make the best decision for myself. That's the way that I go about things, right? I don't go on X and be like, well, this person says we're in a bear market. This person say we're in a bear market. Matter of fact, 90% of the people say we're in a bear market, so that must mean we're in a bear market. That's not the way that I invest, right? Not at all. Just like last cycle, and I've told you guys this if you've been following me for a while, I was very fortunate to exit the crypto space somewhat near the top, right? And that's because I did my research, I reevaluated the situation. I realized that volume was coming down, but prices were still going up. And to me, that was a massive red flag, right? So I do things the way that I do things. You guys don't have to follow me. But if we take a look here at the fear and greed index, we're still in extreme fear. We're sitting at 24 extreme fear. So people are still afraid of the market. And that is okay. You can be afraid of the market, especially if you don't have the funds to be buying up the dips all the time. Then yeah, then it is what it is, right? If you've done your job, you've done your research, you've bought enough dips, and the dip continues to dip, at one point you got to say enough is enough, and I just have no more money, or I have to wait and see if these coins fall another 50% before I buy anymore because I'm running extremely low on cash. You got to have a plan. You know, when you during times like this, you have to have a plan, right? Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see that yes, Bitcoin has rallied a little bit because yesterday I think it went as low as like 76,000, and right now it's sitting at 82,000. Ethereum is sitting at 1,900. I don't know if the bottom is in. I do think there is a possibility where we retest those lows. So for example, if we come over here to Ethereum, let's pull up the charts here. So yesterday, Ethereum went to as low as $1,700. Okay. Now, if we zoom all the way out, what we notice is the last time Ethereum was at these levels was November of 2023. Okay. What I think is about to happen, and again, I could be wrong, we can either crash all the way down to 1,500, which I've been saying, which I said in my last video actually. Down here, we could come down to these levels right here, which we saw in October of 2023. And I would definitely believe that's going to be the bottom for Ethereum, because you have to keep in mind that big money really love Ethereum and they keep loading up the boat on Ethereum, but they needed Ethereum to get to a more sort of a favorable price. They don't want to be buying Ethereum all the way up here at $4,000, not that far from its all-time highs. Like, they don't want that. These guys have mastered the skill of buying low and selling high and shorting the market when the market is high. Like, they have mastered the skill of leveraging their positions, right? Now, if the markets do what I think it's going to do, I think that there is a possibility. Ethereum sitting at 1942, I do think that we're going to at least retest the $1,700 area at least once before either making our way back up or making our way back down towards the $1,500 area. One of those is definitely going to happen, but I am pretty convinced that we're going to at least retest $1,700 Ethereum. Hopefully retest it once and then start making its way back up and we enter a massive altcoin season. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind that right now, with everything that's going on in the world, it's very unlikely that the crypto space is just going to skyrocket out of nowhere and make new all-time highs. Meanwhile, these tariffs wars are still happening